Samsung fans, the Galaxy S26 lineup's camera setup is now finalized. We're getting some powerful upgrades, and while the hardware might look similar to last year, there are key changes that could make a big difference in real-world photography. Today, I'll break down everything you need to know about the S26 Ultra, the Pro, and the brand new Edge model. Let's start with the star of the show, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Samsung is sticking with its massive 200-megapixel main sensor, but here's the upgrade. It now has a wider f1.4 aperture. That means better light intake, sharper details, and much stronger low-light performance. Backing it up, we still have the 50-megapixel ultra-wide for those sweeping landscape shots, and a 50-megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom. But here's a new twist. Samsung added a slimmer 10-megapixel 3x zoom lens. The benefit? A more streamlined design without sacrificing that mid-range zoom versatility. For selfies, you're still looking at a 12-megapixel front camera, but expect enhanced image processing thanks to Galaxy AI. Sharper portraits, better edge detection, and more natural skin tones are all on the table. Next up, the Galaxy S26 Pro. This one keeps things familiar but refined. You're getting a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and that same 10-megapixel 3x zoom lens. The selfie camera is the same 12-megapixel shooter as the Ultra, so you'll still get premium quality front-facing shots. This model is designed to balance flagship power with the more accessible price point, kind of the sweet spot in the lineup. Now here's where things get interesting. Samsung has ditched the Plus model and replaced it with the brand new Galaxy S26 Edge. And guess what? It's getting the Ultra's monster 200-megapixel main sensor. That's right, the Edge brings top-tier camera hardware to a slightly smaller and more stylish device. Alongside that, you'll have a 50-megapixel ultra-wide for versatility. But no zoom lens here. Samsung seems to be positioning the Edge as a photography-first device for everyday users who want stunning shots without the bulk of extra lenses. So what's the overall strategy here? On paper, the camera hardware doesn't look drastically different from the S25 series. But Samsung is leaning heavily into software, specifically Galaxy AI and new post-processing pipelines. Expect features like smarter scene recognition, improved low-light stacking, better HDR balance, and enhanced video stabilization. In other words, the upgrades aren't just about the lenses, they're about how AI works with those lenses to create photos that look sharper, brighter, and more natural. Bottom line, the S26 Ultra is still the ultimate camera beast. The S26 Pro gives you a balanced package, and the S26 Edge shakes things up by bringing that 200-megapixel magic to a whole new form factor. Now the big question. Do you think Samsung did enough to keep the Galaxy S26 lineup at the top of the smartphone camera game? Or are these upgrades too subtle for 2026 standards? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates into the Galaxy S26 series as we get closer to launch.